Welcome to how to make your music loud without killing the mix. Most people think making your music loud just means slapping a clipper, limiter or ozone on the master bus. But that's exactly how so many producers kill the groove and punch in their own tracks. For a loud track that has great dynamics and hasn't had the life sucked out of it, loudness starts with the right mindset, something we're going to teach you in this course. You see, two tracks can have the same LUFS reading, yet one sounds louder, fuller and bigger. And that's because perceived loudness isn't about numbers, it's about frequency control, arrangement, balance, and how your ears perceive what sounds powerful and full. And that's why this course is not just about reducing the crest factor, it's also about perception. We're going to shift your mindset from chasing volume to controlling it, because loudness starts way before the master channel. It begins with sample choice, arrangement, balance, and how to process each element in your track. In the first section, we'll look at when and why loudness matters, and more importantly, when it doesn't. You see, limiting and clipping a whole mix can kill its dynamics and tone if not done correctly, and it will break up a lot earlier than if you'd followed the process I'm about to teach you in this course. That's why we'll be mixing for loudness primarily on the individual sounds and then on the groups, and only if you really need to on the master bus. The argument that people have is that you don't need tracks so loud because you can just turn up the gain. And whilst this is true in a lot of cases, as DJs, we know that most club systems have limiters triggered by peaks, so turning it up is not an option, we have to compete. So by reducing the crest factor, which is the key to mixing for loudness, you'll give your track more headroom before it hits that limiter, giving you a louder, more controlled mix that isn't distorting. Whether it's on your master channel or a club system, your track will equal or be even louder than the ones before or after it. It won't lose energy on the dance floor, and it will have increased perceived loudness when listening to demos or tracks on Beatport. We'll explore techniques like clipping, EQ, sidechain, parallel processing, compression, saturation, upward compression and limiting, and how to layer these processes transparently so your tracks keep their integrity whilst being competitively loud. We'll also dive into how loudness is actually measured, LUFS, true peak and crest factor, and what those readings mean to us as producers. Each chapter builds onto the next, taking you from the science behind loudness to the creative techniques that make your music stand out. You can work alongside me inside my project so you can hear and copy exactly how every decision shapes the energy, loudness and vibe of the mix. As a Subtone subscriber, you can download the stems or the Ableton Logic projects I'm using in these videos so you can test these techniques in your own DAW and instantly hear the results while following along. This is a flagship Subtone course and it's being released intermittently. So you can follow along as each part drops and apply the lessons step by step. It's not for quick fixes or people chasing shortcuts. It's for producers who want to truly understand what makes music loud and perceived to be loud. By the end, you'll know how to make your tracks sound louder than others at the same LUFS without sacrificing quality. You'll learn when to mix for loudness and understand the side effects of each of the processes. You'll learn how to use all the tools for making music that is competitively loud. This course builds on what you learn in the mindset for mixing and production and works hand in hand with the ultimate guide to mixing kick and bass. By the time you finish, you'll have a complete system for creating great sounding, release-ready music. This isn't just about getting loudness numbers, it's about mastering perception. And if you want access to this and every Subtone course, join the Subtone Everything subscription at subtonemusicacademy.com for only £10 a month. You'll get unlimited access to over 60 hours of professional lessons to help you finish release-ready music that slams on any system.